You are now listening to LauerRoadRadio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRadio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRadio.
Let's get it.
What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. How you doing today?
Everything feels weird.
Yeah, it's all out of sorts.
Jesse was supposed to be here.
Well, yeah.
He bailed.
I wish that I could say that it was one of our faults. One of ours fault. One of our
Either
faults.
my fault or your fault.
Yeah.
But
I really wish I could say that. I'd take the bullet for
everybody
Jesse.
knew
I really would.
we were recording Thursday at 7.
Yeah.
And you showed up.
Yeah.
I showed up. Harrison showed up.
Yeah.
We're missing the show producer.
Yeah.
Jesse never
He's
showed
probably somewhere frisbee bowling or whatever it is.
He's probably
does.
eating.
Yeah, I mean, probably both.
Did you say frisbee bowling?
What does he do? What's his thing?
The frisbee.
Frolf. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good frolfer, I guess.
Frisbee golf.
I saw him throwing one of the frisbees,
yeah.
and he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Better than I am, which
Yeah.
is not saying much. But I kind of feel
Does
like
he open throw the frisbee
Yeah.
or close?
he's an open thrower.
He's an open
I'm
thrower.
an open thrower, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like,
Do you ever cross throw?
I mean, if I'm close,
Yeah.
I will.
And then you do it left-handed sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
If
You got to have a left-handed frisbee?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Of course.
I mean, the way that it's grooved.
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
The groove. So anyway, I feel like Jesse's way better than I am at frolf or frisbee golf or whatever he calls it. But I kind of feel like if I went out like 3 times, I could be as good at his.
It's like 3 holes.
Yeah, like
Not even
I just
3
kind of get it locked in, and I'm like, okay, I know what this is now.
I got it. I'm gonna put this in
I
that.
just throw it when I'm far away, throw it hard, and when I'm close,
not so hard,
not
yeah.
so much. Yeah, and I kind of feel like I could just use like a beach frisbee.
Yeah.
You know, not like the fancy schmancy
Yeah.
stuff that he uses.
With a nice ridge on it that you can grab it.
I love a good ridge.
Oh, yeah.
A good ridge on a frisbee.
Come on.
Oh, what are we talking about?
You get more spin on it.
Yeah. So anyway, we are without Jesse, but that's okay. We can make it.
Yeah.
I ran here. I have paint on my hands.
Yeah, I see that.
I've been painting. And so I've been doing all of this work today.
On the new studio.
On the new studio, yeah. And and I finished up just in time. And so I sometimes when I'm painting, I just like to have a movie on in the background. Just turn something on.
The Hobbit.
Usually it's Lord of the Rings, not The Hobbit. I won't watch The Hobbit. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I found the problem with The Hobbit movie.
I kind of like
The
Hobbit
problem
movie.
with The Hobbit
Yeah.
movies is that it's movies,
Yeah.
right?
Singular book.
So I forget the exact numbers, but there's something like 500,000 words in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and there's like 90,000 words in the Hobbit book. And they made 3 movies out of the Hobbit book and 3 movies. It's just too much. So this guy made a cut. He edited a cut of the movie of The Hobbit
yeah.
as 1 2-hour movie.
Okay.
And apparently it's really good. You
Yeah.
can find it online, not on like YouTube. It has to be this other website. I forget what website it was, but
Yeah.
I've got it like pulled up. I just haven't spent the time to watch it yet. So normally I watch Lord of the Rings when I'm painting, sometimes Star Wars,
Yeah.
but just things that I like to have on in the background.
Have you watched the new Star Wars Visions on
What is that?
Disney Plus? It's like anime Star Wars.
I haven't.
So we've watched them all, Harrison and I, and Stella did too.
Well, Stella, that's right up her alley.
There are 9 episodes, and each episode is it's a standalone story, and it's a different style anime.
Oh, really?
It's really interesting. The stories don't even go together. All standalone and all different anime styles. It's actually interesting.
Really?
I like it.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so today, while I'm painting, I pulled up. Now, Jason, I don't know about you, if you know about this website, but Vudu, there's tons of great movies on Vudu that you can watch.
On my Vudu.
I pulled up mine, and I mean, there's lots of great movies available. So
We have like 400 movies on Vudu.
yeah, but I don't have access to all of them.
Yeah.
And that kind of rubs me the wrong way, but I'll get over it. So I just want to turn something on. I don't want to overthink it. Planet of the Apes 2, like the original
Okay.
Planet, the Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes?
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
I like it.
Now, here's the thing.
I like Beneath. Now, Conquer the Planet of the Apes. Don't watch that one. It was like number 4.
I love the first Planet of the Apes movie.
It's excellent.
It's very
With
good.
Charlton Heston?
Charlton Heston.
And Kim Hunter?
Who's Kim Hunter?
She's Eva.
Dora. No. Dova.
Yeah.
Not Eva.
I don't know.
Dory. Donna. Doobie. Anyway.
Nova.
There it is.
Yeah.
So I just turned it on.
Yeah.
And I decided to take a lunch break.
Yeah.
So while I sit down and eat, I actually sit down and watch the movie.
Yeah.
That movie's nuts.
It's pretty crazy. It's our future.
It's okay. It is.
They're worshiping an atomic bomb.
They're worshiping an atomic bomb.
Uh-huh.
Like
Underground.
it's a straight up like Episcopalian worship service. You know what I mean? Like they're all like robes and stuff and chanting and
in Latin.
You know, and the bomb rises up. All
Yeah.
hail the bomb with mass destruction, so on and so forth. And then they take and they're humans.
Yeah.
And then they say, we reveal our true selves to the bomb. And they take masks off
Yeah.
and reveal that there are these like ugly, nasty cave dweller, see the veins in
Yeah.
their head kind of
Yeah.
like ugly. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Is the weirdest movie.
I like it.
I mean, if you just walked in and you saw a bunch of people in robes having a church service that looked like that, and they were worshiping an atomic bomb, the movie is absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
But I did like it.
It is good.
I mean, it's a certain niche. There's like that 1960s and 70s. There's a lot of sci-fi books. Like I'm reading The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury, and it's very similar to that. It's like very strange, very weird kind of.
I love that, and I love post-apocalyptic.
Well, you love post-apocalyptical things. Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite thing.
Yeah. Well, I've said this before. All movies are either one of three things. Every movie is either pre-apocalyptic, apocalyptic, or post-apocalyptic.
I prefer the post.
I like apocalyptic. I mean, that's when
you like the chaos.
I like everything centers around, the apocalypse. It's everything's measured by before or after it.
Is there only one apocalypse? Or
now?
Can there be... Like the dinosaurs had their own apocalypse.
Yeah, no,
so
I
we're
think,
kind of post-dinosaur.
I think
apocalypse.
there are multiple apocalypti. I don't think there's one apocalypse.
So, in a sense, it could be a pre and a post-apocalypse.
Yeah, I guess any movie
for
could
like
be
an alligator.
Post. An alligator right now is
It'd be
living
post-apocalyptic, but also pre-apocalyptic.
But pre.
Probably not a current apocalyptic.
But I feel like the alligator's going to survive no matter what.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
He's a pan-apocalyptic.
Mount Rushmore of animals that will survive the atomic war.
Alligator.
Alligator.
And we're going to throw alligator and crocodile together.
Well, okay. But I should also, I just feel like we should. Okay. All right. That's fine. So alligator, crocodile.
Yeah.
You feel like that's one.
Roach.
Cockroaches.
Yeah. Cockroach. I think probably some type of mosquito.
But if they don't have blood to suck.
Well, I think there's going to be like some things.
Can a mosquito
very
suck?
Small mammals. Like
rats. Rats survive anything.
Rats, yeah.
So we got rats, crocodile, alligator, roach. That's a for sure. The roach will survive anything.
Solid 3.
You got anything else?
Fish. Something like a bottom feeder. Coelacanth.
Okay.
They survived the first apocalypse.
Sure. Well,
so why not the second
apocalypse proof?
Yeah.
All right. There it is. So anyway, I'm glad that you had that movie on your Vudu because it was a great way to pass the time as I painted.
All of them.
I'm going to work my way through them. now.
The original and the new ones.
I love the new ones. I feel like that new trilogy is one of the more underrated things.
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got a lot of things.
I got a couple things too. So why don't you get started?
Okay, so Harrison is with us tonight. He came home from school the other day, and I want to know how you respond to this.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Dad, winter sports are coming up."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm going to play spring baseball."
Okay.
I said, "Oh, yeah, that's fine." I mean, he's planning on that.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "I'm thinking about doing something in the winter."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I think I want to play bowling."
Okay.
Is play bowling the proper terminology for this?
It felt awkward when you said it.
Like, Dad, can I play bowling?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I bowl bowling?
Mm-hmm.
Can I bowl?
I think it's just, can I bowl?
Can I go bowling?
Mm-hmm.
Can I play bowling?
Well, I go bowling. I mean, you can go bowling any
Can
time.
I join the bowling team?
That would probably be the best way to say it. Play bowling is clunky, even if it's technically correct.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
It's definitely not play bowling.
No, play bowling is not right.
So an obvious follow-up question is, are you doing this for the ladies?
Heck yeah.
Well,
those bowling ladies, you know.
I hate to break it to you.
Wilma?
I hope you
Betty?
like the taste of cigarettes. She tasted like cigarettes.
Hope you like Marlboro Red in a box.
Thinking more of I don't know. I don't have a good
Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slims are good. There's like a teal one that it feels like a certain kind of woman would
I think like the
smoke.
Virginia Slim 100s.
It's like a cool something or oh man,
Pall Malls.
Yeah, I don't know. You want regular or menthol?
So Harrison's going to play some bowling
For the ladies. Now, how do you bowl, Jason?
Okay, my favorite
Uh-huh.
or my most effective?
You have to win.
Okay.
Your life depends on it.
2 fingers,
Mhm.
no thumb,
These 2 fingers.
front 2,
Okay.
index and middle,
Uh-huh.
up the ball.
No need for hand motions anymore.
No, I mean,
Don't we have a bowling ball here?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh.
So
You do that.
I do that.
Okay.
So up the ball, right
Uh-huh.
the middle, and I bowl straight.
Yes.
I do not spin.
Uh-huh.
Now I got a buddy I work
And
with.
you try to hit the pocket. So you're
I'm hitting dead on.
you're just trying to hit the
Because
center.
my thought is, I'm not going to hit it dead on.
Mhm.
If I aim dead on, I'm going to offset it by just
Aim
a hair.
small, miss small.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to miss left or right just by a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock all the pins down.
Mm-hmm.
Does it happen? Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes it doesn't.
What's your average bowling score?
75.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I would say my average, I'm probably average 100 would be my guess.
Yeah. Listen, if I hit triple digits, I'm happy.
Me too. And I had never bowled better than maybe like a 120
yeah.
in my life. And then one time in Montana, I bowled a 230. It was insane.
Yeah.
I couldn't miss.
There's people gathering around.
It was a nighttime bowling. There was like
Was it a glow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That they had really good bumpers at that bowling alley. They were
You bowled a 230 with bumpers?
better than the normal bumpers. Normally, I'm like, no, but really, I did.
Do you suppose, Harrison, are you allowed to use bumpers?
That would be
Is that the JV team?
Probably. I don't know.
well. So I bowl like this. I bowl like that's how I do it.
You use the middle and the ring.
Yeah.
Use the I love you.
Yeah, and I go and I'll straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now for fun, it's fun to spin it.
Oh, well, my favorite spin is, okay, the 2 middle fingers and the thumb and backspin it.
Because that's a lot of fun.
What you do is you backspin it straight, and then at one point down the middle, it catches up, and then it
goes-
starts rolling
yeah,
forward again.
That's exciting.
Dude, with the swirl on the ball.
With the swirl on the ball? Are you kidding me? Swirl on
No,
the
a
ball.
plain black ball, you don't notice
That's
it.
not fun.
No, if
don't
you got a
need to play
swirl on the
black
ball and you could do a backspin where it catches up with itself and then goes forward.
Yeah. So apparently, I'm curious to talk to Harrison. After.
He's never bowled.
That's fine. He
Okay.
doesn't have to. He's young. He can learn quick.
Yeah.
Apparently, the way they're teaching in high school is they all bowl two-handed now.
Like granny style.
It's not granny style. The best bowlers in the world bowl two-handed.
What?
Yes, and so they hold it like this, and then they spin it.
I don't believe it.
So you can get more of a spin when you're doing two hands than you can one hand because you've got two react. I'm telling you, the best bowlers in the world
I don't believe it.
bowl two-handed. Look it up.
ESPN? Is it this way?
Yes,
Okay.
look it up.
Well, we got to check with the bowling coach.
So apparently, all the high school kids, that's how they're teaching them nowadays, is to bowl two-handed.
Okay.
So I'll be curious if that's
I
what
think
they
it
tell
just
them.
looks lame.
I
doesn't
agree.
it?
I think that it's
Like, I'm going to bowl one-handed
Mhm.
because that's what the ladies like.
Yeah. Like there's just like okay, so there's a certain way
I'm going to put this down. 'cause
that's probably for the best. Do we have a baseball? Can this come out?
it's yours.
This is a Hunter Green signed baseball.
It'd be worth
probably worth
literally
$25.
tens of $20.
So there's a way to throw a ball, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you just know that's how you throw a ball.
It's very natural.
So if someone told me, listen, scientifically, like we've done all of the science, and if you change your throw to like this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like throw like a girl, you can throw it more accurately and faster. Like we have a way to do it. I don't care. I'm still going to throw it like this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to throw it like this. Because I don't want to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather be worse and look good.
This is a better example.
Mhm.
If you know that you could shoot 85, 90% free throws granny style,
Okay.
would you do it?
85, 90%.
Like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Underhand, granny style.
I don't know. I feel like somehow that's different because Rick Barry did it. I feel like that there's
Nobody
like
does it now. See, that's the thing. If Shaq did it now, I mean,
I
Shaq is
know.
retired, but if
I
Shaq
know.
did it, he probably would have done better than the 42% that he actually shot.
He probably he might have gone down as the greatest basketball player of all time if he would have learned how to shoot underhanded free throws.
Yes.
Because Hack-a-Shaq wouldn't have been a thing, and
Right.
he just scored 50 points a game,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
right? It would have been phenomenal.
But it looks sissy.
It does look sissy.
Yeah. And we don't want to look sissy. It goes anti what we're trying to go for.
Yeah.
I mean, you got paint on your fingers.
So, Harrison, if they tell you to bowl two-handed, you're like, listen, I don't play bowling that way. I bowl like a man. So, I bowl one-handed or not at all.
yeah.
Don't you think that's the right thing to do?
Absolutely. That's the way to go.
So I'm walking down the street the other day, just walking down the street.
As
just the
one
other
does.
day. And, well, first of all, I witnessed a wreck. A guy riding a bike is just barreling through. And this
Sidewalk or street?
from the sidewalk through the
Intersection.
intersection. And the truck, he's coming this way, the truck's coming this way, the truck's got a green light.
Yeah.
And he just goes straight through and barely
Clips him.
like he hits the side of the truck.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it was a big loud bang. I mean, it was bad. The guy was not looking, and
Yeah.
the truck just has a green light. He's not thinking somebody's going to, and the guy was riding his bike fast. I saw it all happen.
Yeah.
I stayed to give the police a report. It was like a whole thing. And so that happened.
Did he live?
Yeah, well, actually what happened was,
Because that's like a death sentence.
so I think he was on something.
Yeah,
First of all,
that makes sense.
So he hits the side of the truck, and he's upset. Which, okay, I get it.
At himself or the truck?
Well, that's a good question. He just generally upset,
yeah.
you know.
I think he's on meth.
And I would know whether it's your fault or someone else's fault. You get hit by a truck.
Well,
It's
sounds
gonna
like
make
he hit
your
the truck.
yeah, but it was pretty violent. You know, your adrenaline's gonna flow. I don't
Yes.
care whose fault it is.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and there's that whole fight or flight thing.
Yeah.
You know, and so if your adrenaline is flowing, even if it's your fault, you're gonna be either aggressive or you're just gonna kind of you know. So
This guy's
he gets up
amped up.
and starts screaming. I
Yeah.
mean, he is like pointing at the truck and screaming at it. And then some guy kind of off on the other side of in the distance, you know, is like, "Hey, are you doing okay?" And he totally nice guy.
yeah.
And he turns at him and starts screaming. He's like, "I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?" Like that. I'm like, "Geez, man, it's like,
Yeah.
we're just trying to help, you know, you did this." And so he's upset and he's picking stuff up off the ground that was like fell out of his I don't know, pockets or whatever. And then he kind of walks his bike off to the side of the road and kind of throws it down. And now he starts walking to the truck because the truck pulled over.
Yeah.
To make sure that the guy was okay and stuff. And so this guy gets out of the truck, young guy, I'd say 6'4", 6'5", was probably in his favor.
Big dude.
The guy that was on the bike was probably about my size height. He was skinnier than me. He was riding a bike, you know what I mean? So, but I can't ride a bike.
You were eating part of a cheesecake at the time.
At the time, I was, and it was a found cheesecake. I mean, it was like fully wrapped. You know what I mean?
But why not? It looks safe.
But anyway, so the guy starts walking towards him and he's screaming at him. And the guy is, I don't know what I would do in that situation, to be honest with you. I'd be like, I might just stay in my truck and wait for the police to come.
Griswold, roll him up.
Yeah. The guy's screaming at him.
Yeah.
And so the guy, I'm watching because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to have to intervene here. And
from a distance,
hey,
back
but
off.
I'm kind of walking towards him. So anyway, they kind of shake
so you didn't
hands.
call 911.
No, I saw 5 people calling 911, like looking at it. Was like, okay, this is, and there was it was right by the courthouse, so a police officer walked out immediately anyway. So I didn't have to.
Gotcha.
There was none of that, but I did go to the police officer and say, hey, I saw this thing happen. Do you need me to stick around? So the guy, they kind of shake hands, whatever, and then the guy's all upset. The police officer comes and he says, hey, we're getting because he was like a police officer for the courthouse. He's like, we're getting a Mayor City police officer.
So he's not a real cop.
Yeah, again.
He's like a security.
I mean, he had a gun, so. But so the guy that on the bike, his hand is kind of bleeding. I mean, he hit that thing hard. He left a big dent in the side of this guy's truck.
Yeah,
and he tries to get on his bike. And the wheel is completely screwed up. It's just not happening. So he puts his bike up against a tree, and you can tell his adrenaline is flowing. And so he starts kind of walking, and it seems like he's trying to walk it off, which makes a lot of sense. So we're talking, the police officer, this older guy who witnessed it, and the guy in the truck, and myself are talking. And I wanted everyone to know he had a green light, because the guy in the truck told me, he's like, I thought I had a green light, but I started second guess myself, because it's like, did I do something wrong here?
Right.
I was like, no, you had a green light. I'm 100% sure you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So,
and if the guy's on the sidewalk, you shouldn't be riding on the sidewalk.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's another fault by the bike rider. You ride with traffic.
Yes.
And you obey traffic laws.
Right. Yeah. And if you are going to ride on the sidewalk, which you shouldn't, you stop, at the intersection like you would.
Yeah.
So
you treat it like a four-way stop.
He was blowing through. So, so the guy, all of a sudden, the police officer's like, where did that guy go? I was like, I don't know. He's gone. I mean, he's gone. And the police officers, Marion City police officers get there. They can't find him. I don't know if they ever found him. But I'm guessing he was either on something or had some stuff with him.
Yeah.
That he didn't want. And he had a knife, kind of exposed, Yeah. So the guy in the truck was like, oh. So that whole thing happened, and that put me way back. And now I'm behind. I'm 30 minutes behind where I need to be.
Yeah.
So I kind of keep walking.
And that cheesecake isn't going to eat itself.
And that cheesecake, I mean, the whole time I'm talking to the police officer, I asked him, I was like, do you want to...
no.
You want to bite? I think it's cherry.
You tell me.
So then this is what happens. Jason, you tell me what the right thing to do is here. There's a guy on the side. Now I'm 50 yards down the road. There's a guy on the side of the...
You're the one that chose to move to the loft. Downtown Marion. I know. The loft.
I'm telling you, that's where the action is, apparently. There's a guy on the side of the road, but it was in a parking spot.
Okay.
Side of the road parking spot. So he's not a
pull in.
Yeah.
The diagonal.
No. Like one you would need a parallel park for. And it's got a completely flat tire. Not like, that tire's low. It is flat.
Yeah.
It is rim on the ground flat. And he's trying to fix it with Fix-A-Flat, which
that's not going to work.
Doesn't going to work. If you have Fix-A-Flat, it's a wonderful thing if your tires kind of low,
Yeah.
and you need to pop it up a little bit so that you can go get it fixed.
Yeah.
But it's not going to do that. And so I'm walking by and I see this guy doing this. He's a slightly older guy. I mean, I'm like, you should know this. I don't know,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, yeah, how you doing? And then he's like, this is not working. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work there, man. He's like, yeah, I figured it was a long shot, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, do you need help? And I'm thinking, do you need me to call anybody? I mean, do I need to drive you to something? Or, you know what I mean? I don't know,
Yeah.
And he goes, I guess he said, I got to go get my lift so that I can change the tire. I didn't have it with me, but if I go get the jack, then I can come back and change the tire.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So, you know what I mean? And he's like, and this, my son or whatever is here. He can drive me. You know what I mean? Whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, so I guess if you could just stick around by the truck until I get back. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what do you, and I was like, I'm sorry. What are you asking me to do? It's like, it'll be like 10 or 15 minutes. I'll be back, but if you could just stay by the truck till I get here. And I'm like, you're in a parking spot. You know what I mean? This is not, I was like, and I had to repeat it
right after the bike thing.
Like literally 30 seconds after that. And I was like, wait a minute, you're going to go and come back and you want me to stay here until you get back. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm on my way to work.
Yeah.
I really, I really can't do this. He's like, it's fine. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it, man. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm not wrong there.
No.
Like if he had like a child and, if it was that kind of situation and, or if he was like on the side of the road where it's like dangerous and his car can't be there.
Right.
But all the circumstances around that, there's another car to drive him where he needs to drive.
Yeah.
He's in a literal parking spot.
Yeah.
He's not
going to get a ticket.
And what are the chances, by the way, how long would I have waited if I said, I'm going to wait till this
35, 40 minutes.
And would have been, and
you would have had to have found another cheesecake because you have gone through that first one.
there are more cheesecakes just randomly downtown than you might think.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of Cardinals.
Yeah.
There's more cheesecakes.
Yeah. More cheesecakes. So, I'm thinking 35, 40 minutes. And I kind of feel like the first thing he would say when he got back was like, oh, you waited this whole time? Like, you're still here?
You hold your hand up.
Like, you asked me to do this.
Yeah.
So
his son could have waited and he could have took the car.
Listen.
Lots of things could have happened.
And he's like, the problem is I got my dog here and the dog was in the car.
Was there a lift? So he left the dog?
No, the dog was in the car that his son came, I guess.
Okay.
And then he put the dog in the car, and it was one of these pit bulls, and it was just barking its head off the whole time. It was just insane, He's like, the problem is my dog. And I'm like, I don't understand why that's even a problem for you, because
I got to watch the truck, but you're taking your dog?
Yeah, like what do you? Can't you just?
Did his son have a lift in his a jack in his car?
I don't know,
because that would have been a good question.
Yeah.
I
kind of felt
have two
like
vehicles and no jack.
Yeah, I kind of felt like my good Samaritan. Like,
yeah, well, I don't even know why you offered.
I don't know. It's just the thing you say.
You just saw the bike thing.
I'm like, you doing okay? Is what I say. And if, you know what I mean? If he comes back and was like, listen, man, like I just got fired and my kids, I don't know. If he had like, I don't know, or if he was really in dire straits, he's like, if I don't get to the courthouse in 5 minutes, I don't know. If
he's sitting there spinning a revolver.
Yeah. If there was something serious, then I would drop what I was doing to help, and it's just, hey, you doing all right? Man, everything okay?
Serious. Flat tire.
But he's trying to, he's like, yeah, this isn't working.
Yeah.
It's not going to work for you, man. So did I was okay, right?
I think that's fine.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know.
I felt a little guilty, walking away. I was like, should I have stayed? But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, no, I don't think he needs me.
You could have went one step further. Like, I'm a big fan locally here in Marion of Zeus Tire.
Well, I said that. I was like, Zeus Tire is like literally
$20. They'll patch you up.
I said they're literally 2 blocks this way.
Yeah.
You go there. If you have cash,
you
just give them $20. They gave me a new tire for $35 once.
Mounted, balanced, everything.
Everything. It's phenomenal. So if you give them cash, they'll be like, yeah, we can make this work, you know? So I don't know what that's about, but all I know is that if
I paid cash, I don't need a receipt. So you figure out the
I
details.
just walk away. So,
Is this enough? Yeah.
yeah. So, okay. Well, I feel good about that.
Zeus Tire, not a sponsor of the show.
No, but they could be.
We've both used them.
And they could pay us in cash if that's better for them.
It's a cash transaction. Both ways.
Yeah, we don't need a Venmo.
We're not going to give them a receipt either.
No. No, but I will tell you, Zeus Tire, that's the place to go.
In Marion.
And here's the thing about Zeus Tire. When you pull in, you're going to feel like this place is not open.
I don't feel right being here.
Is this
safe?
Is anybody here?
What door do I
What
go
is
in?
happening?
Yeah.
You know, don't pull up front.
No, pull around back.
Don't pull up front. They look at you like an idiot if you pull
what
up
is
front.
this? He's coming in the front door.
What is this? What is this city full?
I know there's an open sign up front, but no.
Yeah, this guy's from Mansfield.
You pull around back,
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, listen.
Hey, and then they're, hey, what's the deal? You know, I mean,
I just got this.
you know, they're smoking a cigarette while they're like fixing a tire. What's going on? You know? Yeah, my tire's flat. I don't know what the deal is, but I got $20. He's like, 5 minutes.
And then he lights the second
Yeah,
one.
and then he's like, yeah, give me 5 minutes, man. We'll get it right back to you. You got cash, right? Yeah, man, I got cash. All right, cool.
We don't
cool.
take card.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, I'm just
gonna wait over here.
I'll just wait here then, you know. So I'm a big fan of Zeus.
So last time I acted like I owned the place. I just went in like the back.
Yeah, that's how you do it, man.
No, and I was like back there, like beside of them doing.
Yeah,
all
they
the
don't
stuff.
care.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was great.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I got like 4 tires.
Mhm.
Like it was an aluminum
Mhm.
wheel,
Yeah,
and they needed to buff it out because it was leaking air.
sure.
They buffed it out and retarred it, resealed it. Like $25 out the door.
It's amazing.
It was a lot
And
of
have you
work.
had their cheesecake?
The Zeus cheesecake.
The Zeus Tire
It doesn't get
cheesecake.
better than that.
It's like a black licorice.
It's individually wrapped.
It's phenomenal.
So I get a knock at the door.
Mhm.
I gotta put pants on. That's always my biggest.
Oh, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
So I got a knock at the door. It was
in
my
the loft.
in the loft, and it was my landlord.
Yeah.
And I had just been living there for like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And so I answered the door. And the reason I say this is because I'm wearing the shorts right now. So I'm going to stand up.
Yeah. They're flesh toned.
I'm wearing. Do we have a picture? Can you see the shorts? Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. See the shorts. All right. So I open up the door and it's my landlord, and I'm wearing these shorts and a t-shirt. I doubt I'm wearing shoes. I'm probably just like no socks, no shoes.
Yeah.
And my landlord is a little bit taller. Like I open up the door and he kind of goes like this, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "Good. You doing okay?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought you didn't have pants on." I was like, "No, I 100% have on pants."
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just you know like.
Yeah.
I want to investigate more to see if I'm wrong, but I don't investigate more if I know I'm right. You know?
When I was 10 years old, I went to Nick Meyer's house for a sleepover.
Mhm.
We slept in a tent outside.
Myers.
Yeah.
Nick Myers.
That guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I had khaki shorts on,
Mhm.
and it was summertime. It was super hot. So I take my shirt off. I'm sleeping in my khaki shorts. At
Sure.
one point, his mom like opens up the tent
Mhm.
to check in on us. And she thought I was totally naked.
Yeah.
She freaked out. And,
Well, it was just a really funny. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you weren't wearing pants." I was like, "No,
That's pretty good.
yeah." So you answer the door. Now you have to put on pants.
Yeah, listen, I'm wearing boxers.
Mhm.
If I'm sitting in my chair watching TV,
Mhm.
I've got the boxers and the wife beater on.
Did you think about doing the? Who is it? Did you think about doing that?
The Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah. Did you think?
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
So I get knock at the door.
Mhm.
Got to put pants on. So I put my pants on.
I don't want to interrupt you, but remind me at the end of the story to tell my pizza delivery story. Okay, continue.
Okay. Put my pants on. Go to the door,
Mhm.
fiddle around with it, open it up. And there's a guy there with a clipboard.
I don't
And
like the way this is
I
going.
don't, yeah. He's got a clipboard
I've never been happy to see somebody with a clipboard.
No.
Nobody has ever come to my house with a clipboard. And when they left, I was like, you know what? I'm really glad that they were here.
That was a positive interaction.
It's a good experience for me.
Are you taking orders for cheesecake?
Well, and it better be a pretty good deal because I can just find it. So
I mean, literally everywhere you can find cheesecake in Marion. It's growing off of trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he has a clipboard. He's got a pen. He's like, I'm collecting signatures on this petition.
Okay. Medical marijuana.
He goes, and I'm waiting for it. And he's like, for recreational marijuana. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think you need the law to be passed in order for
you're already doing you're high right now, aren't you? And I didn't say that.
So you did not sign it.
No, I didn't. I'm really
surprised.
Listen, I'm for it.
Yeah.
But
but you don't know if this is a legitimate operation. You don't need your name tied to this operation.
Not to that guy.
If the law comes up, you'll vote for it.
Oh, I'll vote for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm not signing that petition either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's going towards.
Yeah.
And I don't know who this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
He's some pothead.
Yeah.
He's trying to get signatures.
I'm just glad he's out doing something. That's the way I felt when the Pokemon game came out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What was it called? Pokemon
Go.
Did you play it?
I play a little.
So
Shelby did it.
You search and hunt down Pokemon, but you have to like walk around and find them.
They're in
stuff.
public places, parks and rec centers and things like this.
So there was like a 3-month period with a lot of people outside.
Yeah.
Like just like pasty people.
Yeah.
Walking around
because the sun's out.
You know, wearing like sweatpants and stuff and just walking around with their phones and stuff. You're like, what the heck is happening? You know? Now our father was amused to no end about this and would talk about how the everyone's out looking for the Pokeyman.
Emphasis on the E.
Pokeyman.
Yeah.
No, and it's not even Mon.
Yeah,
it's the Pokeyman.
Pokeyman.
It's like a guy with a stick.
Yeah.
You know. Well, that's awkward. Is that? Yeah, in his mind, the Pokeyman is just this guy that.
Pokeyman.
So yeah, looking out for the Pokeyman. So I was just happy at that point that they were outside doing something.
Yeah.
You know, you hear stories about people walking off cliffs and stuff. I mean, that's occupational hazard. It's going to happen sometimes, you know. But I was just like, you know, and I guess I feel that same way with this guy. You know, maybe his life has made some bad turns here and there, but now he's out. He's doing something. He's getting involved in the governmental process. Good for him. That's what I say.
Okay. So
I wouldn't have signed it, though.
No, I just thought it was hilarious. So, okay, I'm going to play a track for you.
Okay.
This is a theme song.
And I don't know what this is.
You don't know
you
this
haven't
is a surprise.
Prepared me or anything. Okay.
This is a theme song from something we watched when we were younger.
Okay.
And I want to see if you can figure out what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Matlock.
Dead on, Matlock.
Yeah.
That was really, really quick.
Yeah. That's phenomenal. Matlock. That's a great opening song.
Does it get better than this?
Somebody needs to create a Matlock ambient world.
Oh.
With this for 5 hours. You know?
I'm seriously impressed how quick you got that.
Hey.
Like 3 notes. I told Harrison, I played it for him on the way over. He had no idea what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I said, he's going to get this. He's going to get it.
Oh, yeah. The Matlock theme song is phenomenal.
So what I would like to do over the next couple weeks.
This is a good theme song.
It's a great theme song.
It's really good.
Can we use it for Lauer Road? Can we dump Dave and go with Matlock?
It's just instrumental. Yeah. So do you think it was something before this, or do you think this is just for Matlock?
I bet they made it just for Matlock.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got to get one of those gray suits. The whee!
Yeah, that's
phenomenal.
Great. So I think what I want to do over the next couple weeks is I'm going to try to play a theme song for you, something we watched when we were younger.
Okay.
And see if you can figure out.
I'm not going to do that well every time, but that one
you drilled
easy.
That.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if it was easy.
Yeah.
So we watch it every day at work at 10 o'clock from 10 o'clock to 10:15.
Matlock?
15 minutes of it, yeah.
So there's a lot of mystery for you. You just don't know what...
I just see a murder happen. I never know how it resolves. I got.
Is that how Matlock works? You see the murder?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
There's a Joe Namath commercial that comes on every single time, like 7 minutes into the show.
Uh-huh.
He goes, "Hey, folks,"
Yeah.
and he's like selling something.
Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the murder mystery shows
That you're figuring it out as they are. Yeah.
I don't like the ones where you see the crime and then you're watching them figure it out.
Yeah.
I like the ones where you're with them.
Yeah.
And you're figuring it out with them.
Yeah.
I still haven't started watching Law and Order: Criminal Intent. But Eric and I had a whole talk about it.
Yeah.
We sat down.
You're on board.
Yeah, I think we're ready to start another show. I think it's that time in our life, and it's a big commitment for us because once we start a show, basically every other life responsibility takes a back seat.
Yeah.
And we know we'll be
As
neglectful of our children.
Yes. Well,
our responsibilities.
They're getting older.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they can take care of themselves.
Yeah. So
once you get rid of the dog, you have all sorts
what are
of
we
time.
talking about?
Okay, let's do the Netflix.
All right.
Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
It's back. Great British,
I
Great
know, I
Baking
haven't seen it yet.
So the Great British Baking Show.
Yeah. They call it Bake Off over there.
It's a show.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing the delayed release.
Yes.
Week 1, week 2, week 3.
Yeah.
Week 1 was...
Well, we're watching it. So it releases on Wednesday in Britain, and it releases on Friday here.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
So, yeah, because if you do some research online, you can find
figure
some
it out.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're just a few days delayed from them. So
week 1 is Cake Week. So we just watched it last night.
I would have. My life has been so crazy. We haven't had a chance, and my internet was down all weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So, the garbage truck hit. This is funny. So the garbage truck hit the internet line, the cable line, and ripped it. Like it just while they were doing the thing, or whatever, And I told our brother-in-law Josh. They were over. I was talking to him, or I don't remember. Anyway, and I told him what happened. He's like, "How you liking that downtown living now?" I was like, "You know what? It's kind of a jerk thing to say."
I mean, you got car accidents and picking up knives in the middle of the street, and flat
insane.
tires and
no
garbage trucks
internet, which means I couldn't watch Great British Baking Show.
Yeah.
So
it's a solid show.
Yeah, I heard. I've talked to a few people that the bakers are better this year. That's what I'm hearing.
I don't know.
Oh,
Here's
really?
the thing. So I think they might be okay, but there's no standout. To me,
Really?
there's no one guy.
Everybody that I've talked to said that there's 3 or 4 that they like the most.
Okay, so usually week 1, I pick out 2 or 3. I'm like, I like these people.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I don't know. Now, here's the thing. I told this to my wife. I always kind of have a thing for the Indian ladies, and there's only one this time, so I'm rooting for her.
Okay,
but usually there's like 2.
Yeah,
I like the Indian
and they
ladies.
put curry in a lot of their things.
I mean, it's just a little spice.
Yeah. Well, and the other review that I heard, and I really want to. I could watch it tonight. You never
There's
know.
a German on,
but what?
His name's Jürgen.
I don't like that at all. So what is he cooking? Streusel or
sausages?
I don't know. The other thing I heard is the person that I was talking to said that they were happy. The person that went home, they said I was happy about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that feels like a spoiler.
Instantly when you see
this person needs to go. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I have an actual suggestion that's not Everybody Loves Raymond or Frasier.
Yeah.
So I watched this movie. It's a documentary. Now it's on YouTube, but YouTube has movies. Like I watched Dead Poet Society on YouTube the other day, but I don't know if that's because I have YouTube Premium. I don't know exactly how that works.
I don't know.
Anyway, the name of this movie is a documentary. It's called, I think it's called Movie Posters.
Okay.
And it's a documentary about movie posters. Now, I don't know if you knew this, Jason.
No,
It's a giant industry.
did not know that.
There is a lot. Well, it's not surprising to find out that there are people who collect movie posters.
Yes.
That's not surprising.
You're talking the theatrical.
They're like 24 by 36,
Yeah.
Whatever it is. And that,
Promotion of the movie.
that would go into the movie theaters.
Yes.
And so all the old ones, if you're looking for one that's authentic, if it's older than 60 something, it's going to have the fold marks in it because they shipped them to the movies with the film.
Yeah.
So the film would be in a box that was this big, and so the thing would get folded, and so that's how one of the ways like if it has a crease, like it's authentic,
Right.
So so these authentic old timey movie posters go for a lot of money, like a lot of money. If you can get like an original Dracula, you're doing pretty good.
10 Commandments.
Are we talking Ten Commandments? So, and the old time movie posters, they were all artwork. Even into the 80s. Like, do you remember the Goonies movie poster? Like, it's artwork. It's like a piece of art. And then sometime in the 90s, the movie posters just into 2000s just started being like, it's just Tom Cruise's face, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know anything about the movie, you just know Tom Cruise is in it.
Yeah.
And
Like
I'm
Jerry
sure
Maguire.
or like Will Smith's face, because whatever.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the downtime for movie posters. And then I guess things are getting better again. But also movie posters aren't exactly what they used to be because there's other ways to.
Yeah.
But the thing is that there's this like aftermarket post reproduction remaking of movie posters that's happening where it'll be like an artist makes like a super artistic movie poster for birds or for like Snow White or something, And these posters are expensive. Like if you're a movie poster artist, and specifically if the movie, I don't know what's what I'm looking for, production company gives you their okay.
Right.
I don't know whether I'm looking
Authorizes
for.
it?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Authenticates?
Yeah, authenticates. And this is like a universal, we'll put our stamp on it.
Let me ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a copy of the original or it's
No, it's their own thing. It's completely different.
interpretive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah. And but they're very artistic. And
Right.
so what they do is they will come up with a design, and then they'll sell them like on their website.
Yeah.
It'll be like a 500 copy limited release.
Right.
And you could buy one of those for like $400.
Yeah.
And the moment they go on sale, then you can start seeing them on eBay for like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
And there's this giant industry, and this whole group of people that all they do is they just collect movie posters, and that's what they do. It was interesting. It wasn't like the greatest documentary of all time. It didn't like blow me away or like captivate
But there's a
me.
whole world that
But
exists.
there's this whole world that I
Yeah.
was unaware of.
Yeah.
Like I said, not surprised to find out. Like if I could have like an authentic Cool Hand Luke movie poster, I would love that. I would display it proudly
Yeah.
in my home. But
even a reproduction of interpretive modern day take on it. Yeah.
so that's not surprising. But what's surprising to me is that it is an entire world.
Like I'm thinking $10, $15. I mean, maybe 50 at the most if it was like super awesome, but I'm not.
That's the most I would spend.
Yeah.
But or unless I thought like, well, I could buy it for 100 and sell it for 1,000.
If it was an investment.
Yeah. So it's crazy. And all of these aftermarket things. I mean, there are lots of people that's how they make their living. They make movie posters and people buy them. Like
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
It is crazy.
And they're not making. I understand the fact that there are graphic artists that's like, listen, the new Star Wars movie's coming out, and we need somebody to make the movie poster. That makes sense to me that someone does that.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that people are just making old movies, like movie poster, Frankenstein, and that kind of stuff. It's
I
crazy.
think any Alfred Hitchcock would.
The Hitchcock ones are big. They said all the horror movies, like the Frankensteins and those kind of things.
The Invisible Man.
Yeah, those are really big ones.
Yeah.
That are very popular. So, yeah,
I like it.
So I think you would find it interesting.
I think I would too. Okay, I got a whole thing on food.
Well, I don't think we have time for a whole thing.
I know. I think I have to wait until Jesse's here because this is a conversation that Jesse's going to like a lot.
Okay, I got something that this is really nothing, but I thought about it while I was watching the movie today, the Planet of the Apes movie. I don't know about you, but any fight scene in a movie,
Yeah.
if I don't need it to last longer than 15 seconds. You know, it's like there's this long fight scene and they're going back and forth. It's like a 3-minute fight scene. And I'm like,
You're talking fist fight?
Yeah, they're like fighting and then somebody picks something up and then he gets him on the ground. And
Just
now
one-on-one or like a whole mob
one-on-one.
of people?
And then now he's on him, strangling him. But then he turned the tables and now he's punching him. Like, I don't know. It just does not do anything for me. I just find myself saying like, okay, when is this over? So I can find out like who won. Maybe that's just not me. Like I was never like a Jackie Chan movie guy, you know.
It's more of a Jack.
I was kind of like timing it out, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I guess like The Matrix, when I saw that the first time, I was like, those fight scenes were pretty cool, but they were like revolutionary what they were doing, like camera-wise.
Have you seen there's a new Matrix coming out?
I'm not interested. No.
It looks horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I cannot
from
imagine.
Lana Wachowski.
Don't even get me started. The Wachowski sisters.
I think her name. Yeah, they both transitioned to women.
What is wrong? What is wrong with America?
Men. I don't think we have time for that.
No, we don't. There's more wrong than what we could ever. I mean, there's not enough. All the books in the world cannot contain how much is wrong in America today.
It's quite a statement. Yeah. You've got me listening to Crowder. I've listened to him a little bit. Yeah, I like him.
Today, Alex Jones was on.
I've not listened to it.
I like Alex Jones.
You would. Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough. This is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats. Good dog. I have spoken.
And hold off on the...
Oh, yeah. We need Jesse to talk
Jesse's
to
not
us
here,
about
but
that.
we don't know about that yet.
Man, this guy.
He gets
He
on.
thinks he could just stay home and eat.
He's probably eating cheesecake.
I'll bet he is eating cheesecake. See.